Hello everyone, hope you all are well, fit and fine and watching my video without any stress. So in this lesson, I'm gonna discuss about some important English literary terms which is very much relevant to English literature students. So without wasting any further time, let's directly dive into that. Drama. Basically, drama is a type of a literature telling story which is intended to be performed to an audience on the stage. It is a serious, intense, or well plotted story that elicits emotion. Basically, drama is also known as play, but one major difference between drama and play is drama refers to a written form of literature that is intended for performance, while play refers to a theatrical performance, which means a drama cannot be a play until it's performed on the stage. Romeo and Juliet is a perfect example for drama. There is basically we see three types of drama. One, tragedy, comedy, and tragicomedy. So basically comedy is type of a drama where we see a happy ending, funny ending, and tragedy where we see sad ending that gives us moral lesson. And tragicomedy is mixture of tragedy and comedy both. Dr. Faustus is a perfect example for tragedy where we see Dr. Faustus has to pay consequences for his own greediness, greediness for limitless power, and his excessive pride for gaining knowledge. So that is about drama. Now, iambic pentameter. In English literature, we heard a lot about iambic pentameter, especially in the poem. So the definition of an iambic pentameter is a line of verse with 5 metrical feet, each consisting of one short syllable followed by one long syllable. That means unstressed, stressed. It's a foot or beat that uses 10 syllables in each line. Let's take Sonnet 18 for an example. Basically, sonnet is 14-line poems. In the Sonnet 18, we see it's basically written by William Shakespeare, Sonnet 18. In the first line, we see, "Shall I compare thee to a summer's day?" And in the second line, "Thou art more lovely and more temperate." So now look, let's see how it follows its requirement according to iambic pentameter. It will be chanted like that. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? So it's filling its requirement 5 metrical feet. 5 metrical feet, each feet consisting of two syllables. So in total, 5 into 2, 10 syllables. So 5 metrical feet and 10 syllables. It's rules of iambic pentameter. Let's see in the second line how it will be chanted like. Thou art more lovely and more temperate. So it is also filling its requirement. So that's how iambic pentameter make its form. Now if we ever go through any poem, we must have heard about rhyme scheme. Now what is rhyme scheme? Generally it's a pattern of a sound that repeats at the end of a line or stanza. What's going on in the Twinkle Twinkle Star poem? Let's see. Twinkle twinkle little star, how I wonder what you are. So star, they both sound similar. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. So high, sky, they are also sound similar. So if I name them after any alphabet like A, B, C, so it will be sound like A, B, B. So it's go like that. What about Sonnet 18? Let's see. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling birds of May, and summer's leaves hath all too short a date. Here, first line ends up with day, and third line ends up with May. So according to that, they are both sounding similar, and temperate, date, they are also both sounding similar. So according to that pattern, the rhyme scheme of the verse 4 line will be A, B, A, B. So that's how you can make by your own. Next is ode. Basically, ode is a type of a lyrical stanza. It's an elaborately structured poem where we see poets describing or maybe praising or glorifying an event in his own thought. It's kind of he describing nature or maybe his own thought intellectually as well as emotionally. Ode on a Grecian Urn is an example of an ode in which we see poet glorify the beauty of that Grecian urn. Ode to the West Wind by Percy Shelley is also another example of an ode in which we see he describes the west wind as the preserver and destroyer. Next is epic poem. Now, what is epic poem? An epic poem is a long narrative poem with extraordinary feats and adventures of characters from a distant past. It could be about heroic deeds and events from significant culture of the poet. Can you believe it's a poem? This whole book consisting of only one poem, and it's an epic poem, Homer the Iliad. So it is one of the characteristics of an epic poem, long narrative poem. So it's more like a novel. Let me explain the novel one too. Novel is a long story, work of prose fiction. They are usually more longer than short stories and novellas, and they are at least 60,000 words long, at least. So can you imagine how long it is? So Gulliver's Travels and Animal Farm, they both are an example of a novel. So novel, they are satirical novel. Satire means when authors or writers trying to shows us some flaws of societies or maybe often any specific event and trying to solve this society's issue. For example, in Gulliver's Travels, we see authors Jonathan Swift trying to shows the England's society's problem, and through audience he is trying to reform that. And also even the Animal Farm, we see some flaws of political system, and writers are trying to solve that issue through audience, and they are trying to evoke our concerness. So that's how these two novels are significant to us. Hopefully I gave you some idea about some English literary terms, and the novel I mentioned in this video you can go through at any site of Google. These two are very interesting novels. So that's all for today. Keep cool.